morning to students. Today we are ready to discussing the important location in the examination point of view is job evaluation under unit 3 lesson number 3. Before going to know the details of the job evaluation, first of all we should know what is the meaning of job evaluation. Evaluation is very much important to take the further decision in any location, in any area. Why? Because the future application should be depending on the past output or result. On the basis of this reason, in HRM, job evaluation to be made by the HR manager to take the further decision on a particular job. Job evaluation is the system which can be adopted to know the worth of a job with compared to similar job. Similar job is well proved job. That is, it is the process of establishing the value or worth of jobs in a job hierarchy. It attempts to compare the relative intrinsic value or worth of jobs within an organization. Job evaluation is a comparative process. Already I said, our job will be compared with other similar job. It is a well proved job. Then he will be goes to assess what is the merit or what is the real position of the output. In other words, process of determining the relative worth of different categories of jobs by analyzing their responsibilities. It is a ranking of job, not a job holder. That means it is the assessment of your work. That means job, not the man. Whatever the work is done by the worker is immaterial. What is the real output? It will be assessed with a compared to similar job. Let us go to in this area, examination point of view is importance, purpose, uses or advantages of job evaluation. Let us go to see number 1. Promotes transparency around pay decisions. Job evaluation is particularly aims to know the how much payment to be made at the present and at the future on a job. Why? Because output is artistic, quality is artistics, and product demand is characteristics. Features are depends on the payment of a amount to the worker. Job evaluation help us to minimize all unnecessary works. Then they will be goes to giving a appropriate pay decisions about the job to the worker. Job evaluation minimizes subjectivity and enables rational, consistent and transparent decisions to be made about roles. Information and facts about the job all are evaluated in the same way within established parameters. That means there are some parameters established by the HR manager before job evaluation. According to the parameters, then it will be goes to evaluated for pay decisions. Decision making is grounded in fact. The system is designed to be logical and there is a consistent methodology. Transparency is achieved because employees and managers know and understand how decisions are made. Decisions are made only per payment. Payment in the means remuneration, maybe a wage or salary. Second importance, ensures pay levels are externally competitive. For example, other companies or enterprises are doing same product, same service. What are the amount they are paying? What is the base? Like that, we are also given a pay levels. That means amount pay levels at lower level, middle level, high level, or if it is necessary, get some additional service from the workers. Against we will be goes to pay the additional payment. These can all are decided on the basis of the job evaluation. That is, job evaluation can ensure that the pay levels in the organization for each role are extremely competitive. Whilst matching job titles, brief descriptions, job captions, and job descriptions can be used in benchmarking roles. The framework provided by job evaluation grades is the most accurate way to match internal jobs to external market data sources and ensures that like is compared with like. That means here a job descriptions can also take into consideration while fixing of the pay levels provided by job evaluation can create the grades at a appropriate accurate way, or it is possible benchmarking, that means matching of our job with a well proved similar job. The next importance is job evaluation helps to rate the job. That means high rate, low rate, and maximum rate. At what rate you will go to pay the remuneration. This can also decided with the help of the job evaluation. Why? Because on the basis of the merit of the work. It is a technique which helps to rate the job in terms of complexities and importance. It rates the job about the job holder. This implies or helps to determine and fixing wage accordingly. That means there is some standards to be taken into consideration before going to give the pay rate. That is work complexities and work importance. This is also taken by the job evaluation. Managed to consider in determining this rate include market brand placement, applicable knowledge, skills and abilities, relevant experience, general market conditions, other consideration, that is budget, legal, internal pay relationship, etc. Here we know some other information. Job evaluation is not only limited to output with compared to similar job, but also taken some other considerations, that is here skill, knowledge, abilities, relevant experience, general market conditions, budget, legal and internal pay. This is also very important to finalize the rate of the job. The next importance is job evaluation helps to determine pay structure. That means different levels of pay to be maintained by the HR manager on the basis of the job performance. So here the HR manager can fix the pay structure. That means there are various levels on the basis of the result, maybe low, maybe medium, or maybe high, maybe bonus, maybe incentive, or sometimes they will be goes to giving some in charge, they will be goes to render the person for a research. These all are taken into pay structure. That is, it is a consistent and rational process of determining wages and salary structure for various levels of jobs. Internal and external consistencies are analyzed in order to determine wage levels. Yes, here we are also taking into consideration internal and external consistencies. That means whenever you are taking a comparison, it is not only possible. Some other external, internal, environmental forces are also taken into consideration. Why? Because they are generally forced on the job. That is, to establish a pay grades based solely on actual salaries, create groups based on levels in the organizational hierarchy. That means there is a different scales of payment to be structured. Why? Because different positions, manager, chairman, directors and supervisors, assistant supervisors, etc. These are all pay structure positions. Create groups on the basis of levels of in the organizational hierarchy. For example, manager and vice president would be two separate pay grades. This is not compared to foreman. This is not compared to worker. Multiple roles with a similar organizational value requires salaries can be included in the same group. That means multiple roles, multiple positions, there will be need of a group of salaries pay structure. The next important is job evaluation helps in bringing harmonious relation between the labor and the management. Here harmonious relations means better relations, understandings among the peoples, among the workers, and management and workers. These are very much required. On the basis of this reason, nowadays industrial relation concept is very much important, or playing a better role in industrial field. It brings harmony and good labor relations through eliminating wage inequalities within the organizations. Yes, wage inequalities are not excusable. Why? Because whenever we are maintaining wage inequalities, the laborers are completely disappointed or dissatisfied. Immediately they will be goes to ready to leave from the organization. That is, building harmonious labor relations are an important cornerstone to a harmonious society. It is not only in a job evaluation field, it is very much important in society also. Otherwise, we are not able to exist in the society. That means the peaceful living is completely destroyed. And many labor conflicts take place in the enterprise. So human resources management is the primary selection, playing an important role to maintain the harmonious relations. That means better relations between labor and management. Next importance is job evaluation helps to minimize the cost of recruitment and selection. Yes, recruitment already we know in the previous, getting the right person into the organization. Selection means identification of appropriate labor for our real position in the organization. This can be made with a expensive. Job evaluation help us to reduce the recruitment and selection cost through maintaining a appropriate selection process, giving a predetermined guidelines. That is, it helps in keeping down the recruitment and selection cost as it assists in retaining employees. It means job evaluation inspires for keeping down the labor turnover, as a result of which there will be less need for new recruitment. That means existing recruitment is very much required. Why? Because existing labor are know something about the organization. New employees is not able to know immediately. It will be take a time. This can be reduced by job evaluation. Moreover, due to the systematic analysis of various aspects of jobs, recruitment and selection can be made by matching the qualification and candidate. That means here cost of recruitment can be reduced. Why? Because position and need can be compared by the job analysis. It is a bridge. Bridge can be maintained between the need and the employee. That is called need of the job, result of the job, characteristics of the job. How it can be known? With the help of the job evaluation. The next importance is job evaluation helps to differ job other than skill. Here we are only taking into output only, output comparison. The output comparison of our product with similar product, similar proved product, nothing but it is a benchmarking. Here skill is not having a important. Why? Because how the product was completed, what is the appropriate output, this is the central concept of job evaluation. So here whatever the labor was completed the job, it is immaterial. What is the real position of the job? It is the material on part of the job evaluation. It considers risk and other factors of the job rather than skill in order to determine the worth of jobs. Hence, jobs are no longer differentiated with the skills. So skill is not matched to the job. So here there is a benefit in longer time. There is having a more concentration of the job element. Why? Because generally labors are migrated from job organization to another organizations. In such a situation, we are completely depending on the job qualities. That is, it is the process of establishing the value or worth of jobs than skills. It attempts to compare the relative intrinsic value or worth of jobs. Even low skill and high skill is immaterial. Job evaluation is a comparative process. It is the process of establishing the relative worth without skill and experience. Here also not taking the experience also. It attempts to compare the relative intrinsic value of job due to differ to skill, talent, parameters, etc. Here we know concluded that job evaluation is completely depending on the output. That means productivity. Job evaluation helps to determine the cost and rate of production. Here, cost and rate of production. This is also evaluated or help to know the job evaluation. That means here wage structure according to workload. That means work allotment according to output. That means here time to be allowed according to previous output, which output was ascertained by the job evaluation. These all are taken a precautions which goes to increase the productivity, rate of productivity to be increased. Against reduce the cost of production when you will be goes to minimize the inputs. What are the composition of the inputs in the next production process? These are all are based on the job evaluation output. It determines an efficient wage structure according to workload. Hence, workers' productivity will be increased, thereby increasing the rate of production. That is, it begins with the subset of employees to make it easier to define parameters and produce actionable insight. Turnover and high time to fill rates were reducing the number of daily. That means define parameters. Parameters regarding to cost, parameters regarding to productivity. Accordingly, we will go to take the future actions. Let us go to another significance. Job evaluation helps to determine the requirement, training and development. Yes, on the basis of the merit, output of the job evaluation, result of the job evaluation, we will go to take the some decisions regarding to the poor output jobs, where the persons are performing such jobs immediately, where you will go for training and development programs. Otherwise, we are not able to minimize the lower rate of output. On the basis of this reason, the HR manager can be take a action training and development programs. This is only possible by the tool of job evaluation output. That is, it defines or identifies training and development requirements by comparing the complexity and importance of various jobs. Highly complex and critical job exposes a training need. Yes, here this only know the merit rating or what is the position. Then it will be take some other areas, that is work complexity and importance. Accordingly, high complexity critical job can go for a training program which can be taken a decision by the HR manager. Additionally, job evaluation support to be a systematic setup where employees are instructed and taught matters of technical knowledge relating to their jobs. It focuses on teaching employees how to use particular machines or how to do specific tasks to increase the efficiency. Here we are also additionally known, that is a systematic setup of structured taught matters. That means regarding to policies, regarding to procedures, regarding to schedules, regarding to insight of reported elements. These are all are taken over by the job analysis. This is a one help which is given by the job analysis to the HR manager. That means improve the technical knowledge of the HR manager or in charge of the production process. Next significance is job evaluation helps to minimize the cost. That means the total cost of production to be minimized. How it is possible? Take appropriate decisions regarding to labor, regarding to inputs, where the inputs are not used properly. That means the wastage rate is more. Immediately the HR manager can be take a action through appropriate decisions, inventory control decisions, manpower control decisions, and managerial control decisions. That is, though the productivity enhancement and increasing the rate of production, the per unit cost of an output is minimized or reduced. Why? Because taken a appropriate inputs may be minimized or composition of the inputs are also taken into the consideration. Cost minimization is a financial strategy that aims to achieve the most cost effective way of delivering goods and services to the required level of quality through job evaluation. That means minimization of financial strategy. That means how to make a investment in production process, particularly inputs, raw material, and labor, how much amount will be allotted. This is also taken over by the job analysis result. Let us go to very important location. This is also comes in the examination point of view. That is methods or techniques of job evaluation. The chart explain the what are the techniques or methods used to adopted a job evaluation process to know the appropriate position of the job. Basically, the methods are divided into quantitative methods and non-quantitative methods. Quantitative methods are left side, non-quantitative methods are right side. Further divided, quantitative methods are two. First method is point rating method. Second method is factor comparison method. Let us go to non-quantitative method. Under we will go to studied another three methods. First one is ranking method. Second one is grading method. Third one is competitive market analysis. These are the totally 5 methods are using to know the real position of the job with compared to other similar job, to know the real worth. Let us go to discuss one after another. Quantitative methods, that means the decision will be goes to take into consideration on the basis of a numerical value. On the basis of a some figure we will go to apply. That means the quantitative output is we are able to identified through a kind, identified with a numerical value, number, rate, percentage, etc. This is known as a quantitative methods. Under this, first one is points rating method. Under this method, we are able to study the job according to the parameters set by the HR manager. Immediately, we will go to allotted some points out of a fixed and total points. Say that 100 points are taken into consideration regarding to allotment of the certain elements satisfied by the output. That is, under this method, jobs are broken down based on various identified factors such as skill, effort, training, knowledge, hazards, responsibility, etc. Thereafter, points are allocated to each of these factors. Weights are given to factors depending on their importance to perform the job. Points so allocated various factors of the job are then summarized. That means here the various points are taken in consideration to allotted a point traits such as skill, effort, training, knowledge, responsibility. At what extent these parameters are fulfilled by the job. Accordingly, points are allotted. These factors are very much important to give the appropriate points. For example, out of some total points, maybe 100 or sometimes maybe 50 or sometimes maybe 10 total points. Accordingly, how much points are obtained by a job? This is a first one, points rating method. Second one, factor comparison method. The output is influenced by various factors, not only one factor. For example, production process, support of top management, availability of input, quality of material, quality of labor force, experience of the labor force. These all are simultaneously considered if you want to go to make some output position with respect to giving a appropriate value or appropriate certain conclusion regarding to the output of the job. That is, this method is a combination of both ranking and point method, in the sense that it rates jobs by comparing them and makes analyzing by breaking jobs into compensable factors, various factors. This system is usually used to evaluate white collar, professional and managerial positions. Few key jobs are selected and compared in terms of common factors. Yes, here also taking some additional process, that is some compensable factors are selected regarding to our product. Immediately we compared with other common comparable factors, compensable factors. At what extent our product is completed, the factors with respect to compensable factors of other product or other job. Let us go to non-quantitative methods. That means here the output is not able to see, it is only a imaginary value. That means it is only happens to see where it is having a certain value or output without any numerical value. Non-quantitative methods, it is an aspiration of the HR manager. Under this, the first one is ranking or job comparison method. We know already ranking about the output level of the job. There are various ranks to be provided on the basis of the merit of the job. Rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, etc. These ranks are maintained on the basis of the parameters. These parameters are set by the experts or HR manager. That is, job as a whole is compared with other until all the jobs have been evaluated and ranked. All jobs are ranked in the order of their importance, from the simplest to the hardest or from the highest to the lowest. The importance of order of jobs is judged in terms of duties, responsibilities and demands on the job holder. Three techniques can be used for ranking jobs: job description, paired comparison, ranking along a number of line. That means ranking here taking into consideration with not only output position, regarding to here go for a depth of the job. What is the hardest, what is the highest and the lowest difficulties in the job. The importance of job judged in terms of duties and responsibilities. What extent the worker has performed the duties. Here HR manager is taking a three technique: job description, that means total what is the characteristics of the jobs is identified one after another. 1 to a required number of characteristics is assessed by the HR manager. Paired comparison, that means a similar job with other similar job. Difficulties job here which will goes to compare it is similar difficulty job in the well proved in the market or other organization or available product. Ranking along a number line, that means one after ranking a number to be required until our job numbers are completed. Non-quantitative methods, the next method is grading or job classification method. Grading means according to the some classes of output, we are ready to give the some grading. For example, if the total jobs are 100, then you will goes to fix the grades like that. 1 to 25, third grade. 25 to 75, second grade. 75 to 100, third grade. Like that, or 4 grades or 5 grades. Then you will be goes to make a appropriate result regarding to the job. That is, job grades are determined on the basis of information derived from job analysis. The grades or classes are created by identifying some common denominator such as skill, knowledge and responsibilities. The example of job grades may include, depending on the type of jobs the organization offers, skilled, unskilled, account clerk, clerk cum typist, stenotypist, office superintendent, laboratory assistant and so on. That means here the grades are fixed according to the skill and nature of the work. Here different persons labors are made a example. That means skilled, semi-skilled, clerk, steno, etc. So here the grades are fixed on the basis of some parameters, that is skill, knowledge and responsibilities, etc. The last one is competitive market analysis method. That means there are some other competitive products are available in the market. They are very much quality consisting of additional features. These identified products are compared with our product, then they will goes to know the what is the real output of the job. That is, this approach looks at external data, job evaluation forms, the basis for market pricing. You utilize job descriptions to compare jobs to like positions within the external marketplace. Pay data are collected from published sources and the value of the position within the competitive market is determined. That means here the market price is also taken consideration. Price regarding to sales, price regarding to material, price regarding to inputs, price regarding to labor. This is also compared by the HR manager while fixing the output level of job. Thank you.